Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, a Hildibrand Reborn. I don't know where I'm going with that anymore. In the last part, we helped the fair maiden get her necklace stolen. But, this time, it's armed and dangerous. Arya, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amajina and Sons Mineral Concerns. They say that Master Firgis will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder has captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes. It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Fergus, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills, he sells for a living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganelon is in Uldal covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. Which means, off to Uldal! Hello, Ganelon. Can I call you Ganon? I'm gonna call you Ganon. Maybe. Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie, if it isn't the Mithril Eye Star reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganon's expense before returning to pen your latest front page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all, it's a travesty, I tell you! Hutchun, Haimo! Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Hutchun? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchun in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mishap, my arse! This was sabotage! Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar! Lower your voice, Hutch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin! Should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I'd been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Haimo. In victory and in defeat, the Montrevilles fight is won. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Anyway, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting fiddle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you, I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli. Montrevilles? As Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Roger, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. It's talk of attacks on the competitors, however. This I would hear more. Yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes. With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have been withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thieves Challenge, gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I'll speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where am I to find them? The concerned sponsors of the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Coliseum halls. Also, more to the gateman, Yuyabaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid! Come, Arya, we've got a case to crack. So, let's pop on over. So, looks like we're going just right up here. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. Reporter for the Mithril Eye, never blinking, all-seeing. You know the deal, yes, and you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity, and from a charming little thing like yourself? Ask away, me girl. That's it. Between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief, and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney is already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his supplement. Looks like we got ourselves in a... Those two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious rail as the gentleman inspector was channeling his inner strength for this next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! Inspector Briardian! As efficient as ever, I see. True, gentlemen. Excuse me, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Farragus has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Coliseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a Karn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got. We've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern is hiring an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me, and be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces and another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slummy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? You called? I was just about to give the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple! Astute as ever, now shoot this color, these overabundant appendages. I smell a case! Ah, that's just my receptionist Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it that he's one of the many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. me, so the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Coliseum. And I'm glad they did. I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare to challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can think about your case, Inspector. There's only one who would claim the victor spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when you talk stuff. Now who's a chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Abby? The Vigilant takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them. I fear we have little reinforced. I, Hildibrand, into of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to. Ariana will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Ariana, you do like Ariana. What bugger me with a spear to think I'd see the day when a warrior light stood in my Coliseum. Hear that clink, 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 and that's the sound of gil poured into our coffers when the public finds out that the true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Arya, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. The gladiatrix, Avila, was it? Seeming quite certain of her chances of victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Haha, I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultras fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Arya here safe. Let's return to Ganon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave that task to you. I will leave my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Oh, back to Ganon. I'm sticking with it. His name's Ganon. Could be Gamelon. Like, what was it, a CDI game? I think it was Gamelon? Wanda Gamelon? Something like that. You again? I've already told you that. What? Enter the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. But in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around. It seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. Don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. Fellow by the name of Hildibrand had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it. Oh, last I heard, he was resting the back of the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? You know how far away the Pugilist Guild is. I've had further away. Come to have a good laugh at old Hildibrand's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first, I say. Is there not a man in this dire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse, have you not a whit of delicacy? Never mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. Shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade, some kind of foul sorcery if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl's up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in gal as we speak. The girls all Megan or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Arya. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were. Yeah. That's all it was. No. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorceress, the fellow says, or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder. Ah, Miss Elliot, a thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress out of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boar. If what the man says is true, it's likely our fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. Accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls shunned by those around them, united in destiny and a common desire for justice. Handful of appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. A villainalty, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultra should still be at the Colosseum. Let's hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. All I can do is shake my head. I don't know which one is faster. I really don't. That's probably a little bit faster if I don't forget where the Gladiators Guild is on the list. Alright, so just right up here. Maybe? Yep, there's Hildibrand. Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, that the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is the most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks? Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl who's fled a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. A quarry's on the move. Quickly, Nashu. We must pursue. Alright. This is literally back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be planning this time? Look at those sucking legs. I reckon they taste with... It's just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Kind of crazy, but I think he likes them. swear I just heard something. Okay. What price of victory? That's why I'm here. Poor misunderstood Alti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity when in truth he was just a gentle soul, luckless in love. Oh, Alti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes, now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If the fella is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Delormetto back at Coliseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let's return the Coliseum and speak with Delormetto. From him, we shall ascertain Miss Sevilla's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she's indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Don't think Uncle Alti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now. I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Alti dream? Well, kids, head to Hildibrand. But then again, I am an octopus. And back we go. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for a villa, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. Reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger again and tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was gonna rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Well, at least we're going somewhere different. Behold, that lovely Miss Sevilla, just as predicted. Let's keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. Water. How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoil shall be mine. It may as well be written in stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rabam Alden won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, shall bring a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people to 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. The land where wealth is power will be kicked to the gutter by the old Ons no longer, and with that, must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Seville, self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduced my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitely small. Infinitely small. I'll just go with that. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Trying to steal a pillow from Uncle Alti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Alti's homemade explosives will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? I distinctly smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. That is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me! Preposterous. Could it be that Muzzlehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Let me heave ho! You gotta be kidding me! That maiden in the mining garb must be a sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let's listen a bit closer. I think we agree. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hedgelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimate's value is worth some 30 million gil. Do you even realize what this means? Necklaces from Eshthame, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old Don up across. Those days are over. To claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Abby. Wealth is all good and all, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. Now, no matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hedgelina. You have always been too quick to settle for less than your worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this for us. I must return. God forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. And that's my Abby, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A more moving display of sister love I've not seen, and yet I fear has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Alcia's had up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior. If I hear that sound, just one step closer. Closer. Not you idiot! No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and please report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary. Our hero. Now, shall we return to Oda? The mythical couple will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that muzzlehead dab straight and I tried to save his companions? The others seem completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you've got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids! Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Give me a break! Yes? Is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed Inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. This time you're really up the creek without a pedal, kids! Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Squeak! Where in the world is he? I haven't gone all day. My Chimera! Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not a quarry, but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. What brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear, and with that, we must return to Ulda. If you've not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a man of woman, if I do say so myself. Muzzle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remember never to go to one of their family reunions. Just who is this inspector, anyway? Hildy? He's a worthy rival, if there ever were one. Who goes there? Hildy, Arya, I've been waiting for this day. Well, look who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself, friend of the inspector, ma'am. I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, because this just might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Arya is a formidable foe. That sounded like high praise coming from a big fellow like yourself. Tell such a powerhouse as a sidekick. That inspector must be something else indeed. I don't know what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Arya, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But that adventure's too strong to take on alone. I just have to bring along a friend. A subtly twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Nobody here but those octopodes! Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, fiend! muscleheads. I hate them! Good heavens! Chancing upon father like that, I dare say, has taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It seems the festivities are nigh about to commence. I'd hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? The trouble with truffles. Good heavens, we haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves of the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not lower myself to their level. We're doing this again, back and forth, back and forth. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Fungi! Ah, Mr. Ultra's just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to it. Hey, gods! Who gave you those ghastly bruises? Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus. Funga! Ouch! You have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenging enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No! Whatever gave you the idea? I am simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. Now, I've completely lost this way. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me, talking to myself. Funga gods! Yes, gods! Working as a receptionist is fun! Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, yet still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Arya, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Although 6 will win the tournament to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she's implied that she's taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. Evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are playing together to claim the Mithril Cup and a lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I've done some research on our 8-legged fellow. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Uldon taverns and houses of pleasure. I suspect he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade. It is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan's girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Arya. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bills ago. It is a stab in the dark, but contents may yet provide some answers. I'd ask you to bring them to me. Yeah, Sapphire Avenue's just gonna be faster. Okay, Ultras's voice is like starting to give me a headache. What the heck? Alright. Second one right over here. And last but not least, let's bring them back. Well, let me see what you found. Here you go. Now what we have here, yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. And what's this? A sack even more foul-smelling than the gore I was laying in, if that can be believed. Look here, something appears to be written on the side. Sin-good sundries? It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mess of tentacles. Let's pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. And back over to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Welcome, welcome! What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? This? Have anything to say for yourself? I'm sorry, madam, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait, now, did Ultra send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? An entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the most impressive price and that distinctive aroma? They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Master Ultras clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to? No, I shall stop myself before sounding like Inspector Briardi, and it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me. You steal away Arya here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find something, Inspector? Good God, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in Epicurean arts. That is the most distinctive and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. Acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the hearts of many an old-time gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let's make haste back to the Colosseum. Now, why in the world would he want truffles? Ah! The Colosseum Conundrum. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here's the plan, Arya. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I've ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? Okay. There you are! I was this close to starting the melee without you! I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than their very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gale, which ain't a bad thing for us. Lord has it that Master Fergie himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. The future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow, it is. So what say you? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? That's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for Blaze the World and Limbs to Fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mythical Cup brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Amashine & Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern, is about to begin! Who will stand atop the head of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous villain of Alamiko, Arya, the famed warrior of light? Or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, engine of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry ultras, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain? Here I am! Did you miss me? No. I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks! Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin! Alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then, when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I've not forgotten our promise. Those blades spin, watch the variable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed himself in Alamigo, that's for certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving on to the appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Praised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. That meddling musclehead! What's taking him so damn long? That girl's gaze gives the way. Open the gates at once. One guy? What is that monstrosity? Mr. Devon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Alti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering a case of the sniffles? Could it be? Phil's taunted temp display? It was that monster all along? The girl will play us all for fools! Oh, look at me! It was all her idea! I'm just a stupid octopus! You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend! I just want to experience the thrill of battle, you know, from my work and all. Come on, Doris, Uncle Alti ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Alamegan, beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the things we get. Sending a garlemall for all I care. Just get it on my side before I get sick. But I just wanted to. My sister. I feel for the girl, really. Our little octopus heart goes out to her, but the rules are rules, right? If Uncle Alti may be so bold. I say we call it the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That'll be me, my buddy Typhon, and Arya here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we wanted to see. All trust, all trust, all trust. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Holly. The fighters, the tag team of Ultras and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who'll be left standing when the storm is settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. So to review, the truffles were dual assassination, the octopus's overside crony, which would be positioned so as to appear as coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Arya. Let's make for Holly. Ah, Holly. No, don't mind that I'm standing on Hildibrand here, though. He's fine. I feel like I've been here before. Well, this tourney turned into a rat mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing spectators in the province, I could give a gnat's arse. Now I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, aye? The dragon's neck is now accessible. Yeah, sure. Soon as I'm like, let's get something out to do. There it is. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the dragon's neck. If all members of the team fall from the platform, they forfeit the match. Seafood soup is not on the menu today, kids! So yeah, if all 8 people fall off the top platform, then yeah. So there's 2 targets here, of course. We want to focus on Ultros first. Actually, just got marked there. Ideally, their tank's a little more important than this, but yeah, it's a little annoying because Typhon kind of has some back things. So yeah, Ultros is going to be getting sort of like healed by Typhon here. And once you become an imp, you want to stand in front of Ultros like so. To get these stacks from when he uses the bubble move. And you need, of course, avoid the other attacks going on. Oh yeah, it's not that Typhon is healing, it's that they share an HP pool. Sorta. Alright, Mr. Typhon, time to make him fly! So, when you see that, you need to unleash your stacks and get into the middle so you don't get knocked off like half the people just did. Really would be great if these were tanked a little further apart. Oh, here we go again. So he is going to be doing another kind where you want to be onto the sides of Typhon. Unfortunately, the tank is not moving it here, which he really needs to be. My hot damage. So great. So annoying because the tank is like keeping us so close to Typhon. Like, oh my gosh. Just be any closer to Typhon. So yeah, when he starts preparing Severe Snort, you'll see that he has a bunch of stacks on him. That will indicate the severity of, well, the snorts. And that's why you need to unleash the stack on him when he does so. Oh my gosh, seriously. Could these be tanked any further closer together? This is so annoying. Alright, taking a thing there. Lighten up, will ya? Alright, Ultros is using some tentacles. We want to avoid those. After a little bit of time, they'll come down. Alright, and Typhon is basically dead here. Seriously. Ideally, Typhon is tanked on one end, Ultros is tanked on the other side. Opposite. So the melee aren't getting screwed like that. Thwarted again! I feel like such a sucker. And Daria claims the Mithril Cup! For real. Could they have been tanked any closer together? So there's actually a minion drop, and I didn't win it. Fudge. Good show, Arya. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let's return to the Colosseum. All right. Back to Ulda. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. Now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Feargaze himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure with the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzeal's most prominent pilferer. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin! I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your lost treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. I think not, Hildibrand. Greg! It is always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Okay, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Vile thief! Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once! Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invite only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Mr. Typhon! Just a moment. I'm sure I have a tissue here somewhere. The rain sails straight to the hands of the fiend! Giving up soon, oh, soon are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man! Well, of course, brilliant, father. If the rain won't come to me, I shall go to the rain. I'll just be like Talmud. Hildibrand, Heliodor, Maximilian Manderville. Skyward is only a Manderville come. Father, you know your own strength. 997, 998, 990. These legs! They look strangely familiar. A little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no either. I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends. You have been the most attentive audience. The key! Oh, bloody hells! Guards, seize the fate at once! It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What's the meaning of this? Many face fiender know the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous! It's just the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Ooh, let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been! Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself, Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hedgelina, and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the none of what minds to eavesdrop on your most intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor, my sister's trust will not be easily regained. But I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he'd already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this ring of inquiry, was the target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. The treaty blade, Azuma's virtue, the ring of inquiry. All relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Balladians. Oh ho! If that is so, the answer is clear as day! The fiend needs to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Balladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us, but what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Balladian become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. No legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there's some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Balladia? The Warden's Justice? Lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul on the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself. Haha! Then it will be to his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces. There is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Bardia, and it shall be Hildibrand, named of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? No, it can be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. The delay. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Bardia. As true Fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, we are to fall prey to the forces of evil. Or will our hero do what only a Mandible can? The man will return in her last vow. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forget what you actually looked like? I have! And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well. See you next time! Whew. All right, that wraps up the 2.4 Hildibrand. Goodness me. So that leaves one more patch worth. Oh, only one more. So, thank you all for watching. Next part, we will wrap this whole thing up with Hildibrand anyway. We're a long way from wrapping up anything. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps our keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt. Apparently hiccuping out. Bye!